Now we're going to work on learning how to make a simple, nice little dangling earring. There are going to be a couple things that you're going to need for this tutorial. You'll need ear wires. You have these nice French ear wires with the bead on them. Some 22 or 24 gauge wire. These are rose quartz briolettes. These are some 5mm multicolored aquamarine rounds, and also this really nice medium bar chain, sterling silver. This earring is going to be all silver. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our bar chain, and we want to get it so that there is one full bar completely intact, one hoop, one loop, one bar, and then we're going to use this loop. So to get this piece off properly, we want to actually cut the loop on the bar. So I'm going to very carefully take my flush cutters, snip that. So there. Now from our chain we have 2 bars and 2 rings. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our ear wire, and you can see how it opens down here, the loop. So we're going to take our chain nose pliers, rock the loop open. Now you want to connect the bar directly onto the ear wire. So just thread that on there, and then rock it closed with your chain nose pliers. So now we have the beginning. We have our ear wire with the chain attached to it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our strand of briolettes and cut the end, and you should be able to grab 2 off of here. These are really, most of them are very nicely paired, so you could take 2 in a row and just check the colors and the size and make sure that they're about the same so that your earrings will match each other. So now we're going to take our briolette, and we're going to thread it onto the wire. This is 24 gauge. And now there are 2, you can either wrap this or just do a simple sort of loop, which is what I'm going to do. I like that look. I like to keep it nice and clean. You take the wire, bend it there so that it goes up to follow the teardrop shape of the briolette, and the same thing with the other side. And now you can take your pliers, and where they cross you want to take the longer side and make it so that it goes straight up. And now the shorter piece, you're going to twist it around just like that, and take your flush cutters, and after you do 1 or 2 turns around, snip the end. And then we're going to take our chain nose pliers and tighten that up there. Okay. So now we have the briolette. It's nice and secure, and we have this nice long bit of wire to work with. Now I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and with enough room so that I'll be able to make 1 loop and have it be snug up to here. So I'd say that's about 5mm. Make my loop with my pliers, bend it back. You can see the loop is like that. And now I'm going to take my wire and wrap over where I wrapped before, all the way down to the bottom so that it's nice and tight. Take my flush cutters, give it a snip, and the chain nose pliers, and there we go. Now we have our briolette all nice and wrapped. Okay, so now in order to connect this briolette to the rest of the earring, you can see that this ring is closed. So we're going to use a little rondelle bead to go in between. Now the nice thing about these multicolored aquamarine is that they are multicolored. They range anywhere from a really pale pink to green. As you can see, there's a little orange one here, and then the blue. That's traditional for aquamarine. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more silver wire, again the 24 gauge. You could use 24 or 22, either one will work. I'm going to make my first loop with the excess so that I'll be able to wrap around. Give it a little twist, and then I'll take my ring, thread it on so it's into the loop. Now that we've got that set, we're going to take this here, grab the loop gently with the chain nose pliers, and go ahead and wrap the wire. So you have a nice little loop there. Nice and secure. Snip off the end with your flush cutters. Pat it down with your chain nose pliers. Don't squeeze it too hard. You don't want to leave any tool marks on your wire, but you can give it a nice little gentle push and it'll be good. So I'm going to choose a nice blue aquamarine. String that on. Okay, so now I have that there. And again, we're going to take our round nose pliers, give it a little loop. Okay, and now before we close this loop, we're going to string the briolette on. Get the end of the wire and just string it on. And there we go. Now we'll take our chain nose pliers and again gently hold this and give it a nice little wrap. Now we're going to take the flush cutters, snip the end off, use our chain nose pliers, and just push the end in. So now we have that nice simple earring. Nice little color, it dangles, it'll be about 2.5 inches, and it'll be really pretty.